we're gonna try and actually finish Arc 1 today. You know what I've been playing a lot recently? Cookie Run Kingdom. And I downloaded it back in like 2021. And then deleted it maybe like a day later. But, oh my goodness gracious, I love it so much. Yeah, okay. And honestly, all the cookies in there, they eat. Oh my god, they're all divas, guys. My cat's side-eyeing me right now. Anyway, we hop out of the boat into ankle-deep water and drag it the rest of the way, not wanting it to get swept back out on the water, lest we need it for another quick escape. My feet squish inside my shoes. It's getting pretty dark now, and I'm not too keen on walking around this place at night. Maybe there's a place to shack up in town. Ginzo was rolling the legs of his pants back down around his ankles. I simply nod. A soft place to lay our heads would be a welcome respite at this point. So I lead us up the hill and in the direction of the buildings we saw earlier. It's not far. I can see what looks like fishing shacks just up on the bend, and past that a cobblestone road leading into the town proper. Oh. My skin's peeling right now. I wonder where all the people are at. I pop my head into the open door of one of the shacks. No one there, and no one traveling the road either. It's almost eerily quiet. Ding dong, anyone home? Ginzo knocks on another one of the doors. He shrugs at the lack of reply. We follow the road towards what seems to be the center of town. More and more buildings lining our either side. But even here, the path remains empty, and the windows of the buildings are dark. The only sound is a fountain in the middle of the square. Tinkling, tinkling, tinkling. I don't like that word. Yuck. I know I've got a bit of a reputation, but I didn't think it was that bad. This feels weird. I think that's pronounced fucked up. I look to the left. Two buildings that look like stores sit silent and motionless. Hastily scrawled closed signs hang askew from their doors. Oh. I look to the right. The dark windows of a small cafe stare back hauntingly, its outdoor seating area devoid of life. I'm gonna try something. Ginzo cups his hands around his mouth as he takes a deep breath. Ginzo, no! I hiss and grab his arm. What? Shoots me a look of confusion. But suddenly, for some reason, making noise seems like a really bad thing. The whole back of my neck is tingling. Oh my god, I'm gonna scream because I just got back from my dad's house like not that long ago. And anytime I would step outside, I would get bit like 500 times by mosquitoes. So like, and then I also have scratches all on my arm from my dog. Because she didn't, like, I have to put on these shoes for her to take her outside. Which honestly I think is kind of dumb, but it's whatever. So she'll fight me when I try to do it. She also likes to slap me in the face. Not cool. Anyway. But suddenly, for some reason, oh wait, I already said that. Oopsie. I tilt my head, straining my ears. Footsteps. Marching footsteps. Far away now, but getting closer. We need to hide. I promptly yank Ginzo off towards the gap between two nearby buildings. We hunker down in the shadow with our backs to the wall, waiting, listening. The footsteps are close now. Now I got a text. Oh, never mind. I thought my phone vibrated. in that rhythm, sharp and methodical and perfectly in time. I already know who it is, what's gonna appear. Wait, I already know who it is that's gonna appear from around the building. But a battalion of rabbits marches into the square two by two, ears jouncing, eyes twitching, and boots smacking the ground in harmonized cadence. Jesus, I hear Ginzo whisper beneath his breath. I press my back even tighter against the wall. The rabbits come to a synchronized stop in front of the fountain. It's not the same battalion as before, that much I can tell. Their leader, at least, doesn't seem quite as jumpy. The rabbit in question procures a folded sheet of parchment from within his armor, unfolds it, coughs, then squawks. Chanticleer Ellens, you are hereby under arrest by order of the king. You are to surrender yourself peacefully. Failure to do so will be understood as treason to the crown, and will be forced to use whatever means necessary to detain you. Another cough. He lowers the paper, looks around. The square is empty. He scowls and rolls his eyes. Search the houses. He belts and returns the paper to the slit in his armor. Why are you staring at me? Is it this? The cat's just staring at me. It's kind of scary. With her wide green eyes. Anyway, the other rabbits set into motion immediately, each one of them darting off towards a different house. They don't even bother knocking. They slam open the doors with their shoulders and disappear inside. Their frenzied stomping is soon mixed with frightened yelps and screams. There are people inside. Oh, hey. There's sounds of people yelling, actually. I don't think I noticed that when I first played this. I gulp, clench my eyes shut. But that just makes it even more terrifying, so I open them back up, gaze drifting shakily between each of the open doors. A high-pitched scream bites through the air. Found her, sir! One of the rabbits emerges from a house on the other side of the square. His hand is clenched in the long blonde hair of a woman in a brown dress. He is dragging her out in a sharp... He's dragging her out in sharp yanks that punctuate her screams. Excellent work, Sanitary. The lead rabbit marches over in 2 crisp steps. He slides the paper back out, unfolds it, coughs. Chanticleer Ellens, you are hereby under arrest by order of the king. You are to... She screams even louder, on and on and on and on and on. Even as far away as we are, the sound of it jabs my eardrums like a knife. The lead rabbit stops and sighs. Just take her in. He jabs at the in the direction of the castle. The sentry salutes and drags her kicking, squirming body across the cobblestone. Doors slam around us as the rest of the sentries abandon their searches and return to formation. They're heading back. I feel my chest begin to loosen. Over here, sir! It takes me a second to realize the shout is coming from right behind us. I turn it to one of the sentries, bunts Ginzo with the butt of a spear. Ginzo yelps, rams into me, and we both go sprawling out into the street. 2 suspicious individuals hiding over here. I attempt to push myself up to my knees, only for the sentry's boot to come down hard on my back. Well, what do we have here? The lead rabbit muses. I hear him march towards us, crisp, methodical. Up, he gestures. Before I can wonder what he means, the sentry has grabbed both of us by the back of our collars and heaved us off the ground. Me too. I'm sorry, his face. I don't have 0.5 on my phone. I just imagine I do, and I accidentally took 2. But I'll just take pictures of the characters when they make silly little faces, like Iggy's face right now with his bruised neck. The fabric of my shirt digs into my throat, and my arms are flung up to my either side like a chicken about to take flight. Oh. I try to kick, to fight. I really do. But my feet don't even touch the ground, and all I manage to do is further cut off the circulation in my already tender neck as I swing. The lead rabbit grabs me by my chin and Genzo's face. Bro does not like that. He's like, get your hands off my man. And wrenches my head upwards. His fingers bite into my jaw and cheeks. Interesting. He twists my head to the right, to the left. Then my head drops as unexpectedly as he'd grab it. He moves on to Genzo. Genzo just grins. If you wanted to play rough, all you had to do was ask. I always did have a thing for bondage play. This rewards Genzo with a backhanded slap to the face, and he yelps. Shut up! But something must catch the rabbit's eye because his ears go straight as lightning rods. He grabs Genzo's head. He grabs Genzo again and jerks his head the other way. This one is... My cat's looking at me like I'm crazy. Sorry, I can't always read. Like, are you just wanting attention? Is that what you want? Uh-huh. This one. This is the one His Majesty's looking for. The rabbit smiles, laughs, grin reaching towards his ears. That's kind of scary. Sir? The sentry holding us asks. Then with a squawk that makes my ears ring. Bring them in, both of them. The lead rabbit lets Genzo's head fall and claps his hands together, clearly tickled pink. Uh-huh. We'll be eating well tonight, gentlemen. Sir, the sentry tries to salute, then must realize he can't as his arms are full of, well, us, and simply strains instead, clinking his heels together. Back in formation, the lead rabbit screeches again, and the sentries are, sentries? Like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Are quick to get back in line. Google Translate, will you help me? Our sentry follows. It sounds like I'm saying century. Like, the period of time. Hold on. Hello? It's apparently like a comic book. Century. I mean, Google. Thank you.
Century.
So it is pronounced century. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, my phone, it makes noise. Cat's staring at me like I'm crazy. Just when I'm wondering if we're going to be carried like this the whole day, the world turns upside down and I'm tossed like a sack of potatoes over the sentry's shoulder. My forehead smacks into the backside of his armor with an audible clang. Once my head stops spinning, I glance over to see Genzo draped over the shoulder of another sentry. It's all I can do to throw him a look of helplessness as the marching begins anew beneath us, taking us towards the castle and whatever or whoever awaits us there. Guys, I wonder who it is. Okay, this audio's... Hold on. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, no, this is fine. It's at the castle. think it's this. But I know I'm not going to be able to find that because... The shiny marble floor of the grand hall welcomes me to the castle with a crack to my jaw. I simply lie there for a moment as the tendrils of pain shoot up through my shoulders and face, then slowly push myself up on my hands. I swear I can still hear the reverberating slap of my body hitting the floor, echoing off the walls. In front of us is a grand staircase, and when my gaze follows it upward, I'm met with the highest ceiling I've ever seen. Up, up, up it goes, and decorated with multiple crystalline chandeliers at its peak. Stained glass windows of brilliant kaleidoscope designs line the walls on the way back down, followed on the lower levels by dark-colored tapestries at least 3 times my height. I suddenly feel very small. Attention! Oh, I didn't mean for my voice to go that high-pitched. Oopsie. A screech from behind me, and the sentries circling us pull a crisp salute. Genzo groans and rolls over, then pushes himself to a seat. After having experienced it, I can now say that getting thrown over your shoulder like a continental soldier is not the romantic fantasy I've always envisaged. What is that word? Hold on. Google Translate on me. Hello? Okay, it's not wanting. How do I pronounce it?
Envisage.
Envisaged. Oh, okay. It's quiet for a moment. Then oh my god, guys, you missed it. Oh my goodness. Don't look at me like that. Sorry, I'm happy to see one of my favorite characters. From the far hallway, a small figure emerges, clapping its hands together slowly. Glad to see that mouth of yours hasn't changed, despite your newly regained visual acuity. Orlum! It's Orlum. Fucking Orlum. Spotting a gaudy as fuck crown, a velvet cape with white and black fur, and escorted on either side by a pair of over-embellished rabbit attendants. My jaw drops nearly to the floor. Gonzos to bring a hand to his mouth to stifle his laughter. He nearly chokes. What the fuck, Orlum? You look like the love child of Prince John and Madame Medusa. Orlum's face goes red as he clenches his fist. You. His jaw tightens. Softens. He forces a smile. You must be so tired after having walked all this way. I push myself to my feet with a little wobble. It is a bit much, I say beneath my breath. I stick out my foot to catch my balance, only for the near sentry to thrust his spear right into the front of my stomach. I jerk backwards with a stumble that almost sends me back to the floor. Now. There's no need for any of that. Orlum spreads his arms. These are my guests. I want you to treat them with nothing but the utmost respect. He glides towards us, little cape fluttering. The sentry pauses, but ultimately retracts his spear. So I'm thinking of something. There's a side game that goes with this, and I'm just trying to think of when it happens. Hold on. I feel like I've asked this to. I have this one online friend who really likes our Wonderland, so, and I think I've asked them before. Because it's either coming up soon, like this arc soon, or it's in a different arc, but I feel like it's this one. Well, what, do I have pins? I don't. I was hoping I had a pinned or something, but, or at least like the first message pinned. Sorry, I saw a picture. It was when I was playing Arc 5 for the first time. And I was just sending pictures to them. Okay. That's talking about school drama right there. Oh golly, guys. Okay. Oh yeah, also, for anyone that does get like really interested in this and watches me play like the whole entire game, stop side-eyeing me. There is a webtoon, and you can obviously go play any of the games yourself. There is a webtoon, it's about it, it's like an alternate universe. It's called Broomtail. It's like a western AU. What? Okay. Okay, I'm going through messages trying to find when it is, and I saw something. It was my message. I said this, and I said, why are they talking to me about Abraham Lincoln and like gay sex orgies? I was debating if I should say that. But I was like, what? Okay, you're gonna see this in arc 5, but here's a quote. It's really funny. No, don't fuck Iggy. He wouldn't like that. And God, I love it. It's so funny. What? There's so many things in this game. I love it. I'm about to just ask them again. Or just, I can play it, like, I'll play it at some point. If I think I figure out when it is, then. He glides toward us, little cape fluttering. The sentry pauses, but ultimately retracts his spear. Elam tut-tuts beneath his breath, hands to my collar to fix my skewed fabric. Look at you. You look awful. He wipes the dirt off of the front of my shirt and smooths down the hem. No, that won't do. We'll get you cleaned up, get some food in those bellies, and you'll stay in 2 of my grandest rooms. Ginzo huffs to his feet next to me and strains his hat. Well, who died and made you king, huh? Orlum just smiles, that off-kilter smile of his, laughs. Every syllable is perfectly enunciated with an identical gap between each. Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Orlum sends us off to the baths, each with our own rabbit attendant, our own incredibly doting rabbit attendant. It's weird enough when my attendant helps me undress, but gets exponentially weirder the moment he guides me into the tub and begins scrubbing me down. You know I can wash myself, I say as I blow a cluster of bubbles off my nose. The rabbit has my wrist in the air and is currently scrubbing the underside of my arm. His Majesty wants to ensure you're spotless, is the only response I get. Once the cleansing has finished, and I feel as though I've lost about 3 layers of skin, I'm toweled off and dressed in a thick white robe. Then it's off to the large vanity where my curls are blown dry and where I'm given a choice view of the state of my face for the first time. I grimace in the mirror. Purple and brown bruises form a circle around my throat, coming to a head just beneath my ears, and my cheeks are lined with rough red scratches. Even my eyes look bad, dark and red, and sporting twin black circles that stretch towards my nose. My attendant finishes brushing out my now fuzzy hair, and I place my glasses back on my nose, thankful their thick frames hide some of the damage around my eyes. There's a knock at the door, and another rabbit enters the room, holding a neatly folded set of clothes. It takes me a second to realize they're my own. Wait, when did you... They've been clean and dried and perfectly pressed. I have no idea how. I have no idea how. I couldn't have been in the bath longer than 20 minutes. My attendant, of course, has no inclination of letting me dress myself. I raise my arms and he tugs my shirt over my head, smoothing it carefully across my front and then back, then tugs me into my pants and clinches the waist tight with the clasp. My fear of doing something wrong and everything going to hell supersedes My severe, how do I read deserve? My severe discomfort with the whole situation. Once I'm finally finished, my attendant leads me back out into the hall. Genzo and his attendant emerge from the door on the opposite side, almost exactly the same. Almost at almost exactly the same time. He looks disturbed. Was that the weirdest fucking thing you've ever experienced? Or did they do something different to you? He hisses as our attendants guide us back downstairs. You mean with the bathing and everything? Yes! He shoots his attendant a wary look. My guy definitely spent too long on my deck. I feel my face flush. I didn't really pay attention. Truth be told, I spent most of my time in the bath with my eyes closed, thinking of England. At the bottom of the steps, we turn right, and the rabbits take us down a grand corridor lined on either side with Titanic-sized flags. Each one we pass is a darker shade of red, leading to a giant set of double doors at the end of the hall. 2 more rabbit attendants step to the side as the door opens on their own like magic, revealing an enormous golden ballroom. And at its center, a long table piled high with some of the most opulent food I've ever seen in my life. Plump roasts, golden rolls, buttery pies, cakes with more tiers than I can count, and colors. So many colors, bright and vivid, all of it steaming hot, sitting atop a brilliant bronze tableware that gleams in the light of the chandeliers. There was even a real working fountain, pumping out what looks like pints of liquid chocolate. My eyes practically bug out of my head. Next week, Enzo makes a sign of the cross in front of his chest. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. A feast for the eyes, no? We spare no expense, a laugh. Not that we would need to. Genzo twitches. Do you have to do that creepy coming out of the shadows thing like some kind of fucking rodent? Orlum just smiles, his already heavily lidded eyes squinting further in amusement. I get to eat like this every night, but I'm sure it's quite the treat for both of you. Yeah, we're really impressed with your ability to wish your way into power. Genzo rolls his eyes. What? Why are you staring at me? Were you trying to meow? What was that? I think my cat just wants attention, guys. Orlum ignores him. He ambles and throws his arms around both of our shoulders. Gentlemen, it's been so long. Can't we just enjoy this evening of opulence together? The night is so young after all. What? Let's live like kings, or as close as you two will ever get. Genzo winces, but allows himself to be guided towards the table all the same. It is a rather tempting sight. Okay. I did want to say something, but it's going to give a spoiler that y'all are going to see in a second, but I'm going to wait. We're seated on either side of the table, more sets of rabbit attendants scurrying to ready our chairs. Orlum himself sits at the head of the table in an extravagant throne that looks like it could fit 5 of him inside of it. Or perhaps sits isn't the right word, more like lounges. He leans back amongst the pile of cushions and blankets lining the seat, chin balanced on his palm. Then raises his arms in the air and snaps his fingers. One of the rabbit attendants waiting aside the far door darts over and places a golden wine glass in his outstretched hand and immediately fills it. Orlum swirls it, takes a sip, glances at us, both simply watching him in awkward disbelief. He waves a hand in exasperation. Eat. I snap my head back towards the food. I am hungry. Famished even. I haven't had anything to eat since arriving here. I reach forward and begin grabbing some of the best looking items off the table, filling up my plate. Ginzo snorts as he forks a giant slice of roast and rips half of it off with his teeth. You sure got everyone whipped around here. I mean, what do you expect? I am the king. I can do whatever I want and no one's gonna stop me. I mean, technically people could stop you. They could rebel against you, but I already know what you do with those people. And now we'll find out soon. He takes another gulp of his wine. Feels good to be respected for once. I spoon a dollop of buttery potatoes into my mouth. Good choice. My mind goes immediately to the town outside, and that woman we saw dragged, screaming from her home. A little iron-fisted, isn't it? He shrugged. A shrug. Where did I get he? A shrug. They need discipline. You should have seen the place when I arrived. Nothing but chaos. Anarchy. No one to keep the masses in line. This is followed by a smirk. I'm making great progress. Oh, I get it. No one likes you, so you have to force them to like you. Should have expected no less from you, Big O. Orlum twitches, but otherwise doesn't react. He leans forward with that ever-present smile. Wine, gentlemen? His arm goes up before we have the chance to respond. Another snaps sends two rabid attendants to the table with ready glasses to serve us. Oh, sure. Don't mind if I do. You've already had enough to drink. Just the other day, you were drinking too much beer. I don't fucking know. Ginzo promptly downs about half his glass in one gulp. I sip slowly at my own, washing down a chunk of what seems to be bacon-wrapped asparagus. I don't know if it's bacon. My gaze goes back to Orlum. He's watching Ginzo, staring at Ginzo, leaning forward, chin in his hand, grinning from ear to ear. His eyes follow Ginzo's every move, from the movement of the wine glass from his mouth to the table, to the forkfuls of cottage pie he shovels into his mouth. Something inside me, deep down beneath my bowels, sparks and twists in strange discomfort. Orlum picks up a fork and uses it to cut off a small piece of bright red meatloaf. He jabs it into the tines and floats it in Ginzo's direction. Try some of the loaf. Oh? Ginzo wipes the pie crumbs off his mouth, gobbles up the piece on Orlum's fork without question, then sets to his bowl of stew. He slurps up a spoonful, then raises a finger, still chewing. None of this negates the fact I think you're a confining douchebag, you know. Just that I'm really hungry. Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. Orlum places the fork back down, his hands to his cheeks like a pining lover. Another lightning-like jab in my gut. As hungry as I am myself, I'm having a hard time fighting the constricting twist in my stomach. Get a room already. Okay, I did this last time. I hated it. I don't know about either of these. I feel like they would get mad at me for that, but I look. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna save, and if I don't like how they react, then we're gonna go with this. But I wanna. Oh. As usual, when faced with an uncomfortable situation, I try to divert everyone's attention with a not-so-well-placed joke. Jeez, you two, why don't you just get a room already? I force a chuckle. Ginzo twitches, lips pull back in a grimace. He begins sawing wordlessly at his steak. Orlum, on the other hand, shoots me a glare. What? What'd I say, huh? I bring up my hands in confusion. Oh, it's the kidder, are we? Orlum's eyes widen. God, sorry. I drop my gaze. Just trying to make conversation. Okay, me get so sad. Okay. These potatoes are yeah. A lot of cough, thumping my chest. Damn, these potatoes are divine. I mean, wow, just really hitting the spot. You know what I mean? You got any yet again? I'm obnoxiously loud, but I don't even care. Anything to break the weird tension. And these cutlets, yowza! Yowza! Melt in your mouth good right here. Yowza's insane. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I have to text my friend, because what do you mean, yowza? I'm gonna start saying yowza, honestly. That is so funny. Orlum sits back and away from Genzo. I catch a flash of annoyance in his eyes, but it quickly morphs into amusement. Enjoying yourself, are you? He slowly twirls his glass. It's pretty damn good, isn't it, eggs? Genzo laughs, mouth full of food. I haven't eaten like this and he blinks. Seems to forget what he was gonna say. And instead rovs his finger over a plate of cream-filled eclairs. Glad you gentlemen are pleased. I wouldn't want my guests to be disappointed. I swallowed the chunk of cutlet in my mouth, feeling some of the anxiety disappear down into my stomach with it. Where do you get your food anyway? Must be a good source. Oh my. I just hit my desk. Orlum rests his cheek on his knuckles, grinning as though delighted by a joke in his head. Oh, it's very good. Close by, too. Only the freshest cuts make it to my table. I gotta say, if there was one thing that could keep me here, it would definitely be the food. I don't know if you're gonna keep with that opinion there, buddy. The cream from eclair has somehow made its way onto Genzo's nose. Genzo, how did you do that? His words. So, remind me of our current situation. So, Orlum, I start wiping my mouth with a napkin. What's your plan then? You just gonna stay down here? Orlum rolls over and is thrown to face me, returning to his wine. Oh, I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear, I guess. It's not like anyone's gonna miss me up there. What about all the women you had sex with? Oh, wait! They never existed! I love Orlum. And there's just, you know, so much good I can do here. Why rush things? Why indeed? I muttered to myself, disguising my words with my glass of wine. I cough. But have you looked at all into how the door opened in the first place? You obviously have quite a bit of reach down here. You could be looking at what's going on, searching for bugs. Orlum blows a raspberry. Sounds like a lot of work. He waises. I was going to say waises instead of raises. He raises his wine glass above his head, slowly spinning it back and forth. Tell me why I thought he was going to just dump it on its head. Besides, if Bugs is down here, she must not want to be found. I certainly haven't seen any traces of her, and neither have any of my men. Genzo Goffs? If I was stuck down here with you, I'd steer clear too. But you didn't. More wine, Genzo? Orlum asked lazily. Does a chicken have lips? I don't know. Another snap of the fingers. Then a rabbit attendant returns to the table with a newly opened bottle of wine, filling up Genzo's glass. Despite the blazed response, his words do give me a pause. Orlum's rabbit guards seem to be everywhere. If they've never run into Bucks, maybe she isn't here. But that just doesn't make any sense. Something wrong, Yiggy? Orlum's leaning towards me this time. Not enjoying your food? I give a little start. No, it's not. I run a hand through my curls. Tiny tendrils of sweat are beginning to form on my forehead. It's not feeling super hot, I guess. Maybe I need to lie down for a bit. Of course. You've surely been through quite the ordeal, is what I meant to say. He snaps his fingers again. Guards, take Igneous to the room we prepared. He needs his rest. Oh, by the way, Ignatus, I don't know, is Iggy's, full first name. People just call him Iggy. Two guards emerge from the main doorway. They march over and pull my chair away from the table. I stand up somewhat hesitantly and throw Genzo a look across the table. He's still chomping away happily. Catch up with you later, eggs. Yeah, okay. Sleep well now. Genzo waves and the guards lead me out of the ballroom and back into the hallway. My head is really starting to feel fuzzy now. Sweat dribbles down the back of my neck and cold tendrils. Wait, what? And cold chills send goosebumps up and down my arm. Not neck. The guards take me up multiple flights of stairs, and my legs feel more jellified with each landing we reach. I would too. I would be dying by the time we got up there with my asthma. I could barely make it up the school stairs. I am also carrying a backpack, so. Finally, we turn down a hallway lined with ornately carved doors. They open the second door on the left and beckon me inside. It's delightfully dim inside, nothing but a fluttering that word, on the bedside table to light the room. And quiet too. Somehow it cools the intense beating starting up the back of my head. I head straight for the bed. It's enormous and piled high with soft white pillows, and when I shirk off my pants and slip under the sheets, I feel it feels heavenly all in my skin. Tired. So tired. My eyes close on their own. Hot. Dizzy. Tired. There's a thrum at the base of my skull. I think of Genzo chomping away at the table, of Orlum, that eerily cloying smile. Had Orlum always been like that? I can't seem to remember. Mousy for sure, but never so downright creepy. I can see him. I can see all of them. They're sitting at the table in the cafeteria, scarfing down their trays of hamburgers, peas, and carrots. Orlum's next to Genzo, slurping quietly at his milk carton. He smiles when Genzo talks, laughs harder than anyone when Genzo makes a joke. I'm still waiting in line for my food. I grab it and head towards the table with my friends. Hey, Iggs is here. Genzo glances up at my arrival. Make room, he elbows Orlum hard, and Orlum goes tumbling off the bench, milk splashing up and onto his shirt and face. Sit your ass down here, Iggs. I stand there for a moment, looking at the vacated seat, looking at Orlum on the floor. Orlum returns the gaze helplessly. Finally, I sit down and push Orlem's tray out of the way. I don't say anything. Ginzo wraps his arm around my shoulder with a laugh and launches straight back into the story he'd been telling. On the floor, Orlem pushes himself up on his bony little knees to reach his tray, face dark. He spends the rest of the lunch in silence. My stomach gurgles. Maybe we were too hard on him all these years. I'm not even sure why he kept hanging out with us, to be honest. No other friends, I suppose. None of us had any other friends. I let out a sigh. My face feels so hot. I hope I haven't come down with something. I wonder if for a moment Ginzo is still eating, then drift off into restless sleep. What do you want, Iggy? What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? I'm not sure what it is that wakes me up. My sleep hadn't been all that deep, and I can vaguely remember tossing and turning a few times. But even then, my head had remained foggy and my breath slow. Now, however, my mind feels sharp as a tack, and I can feel my heart beating at a quickened pace against my ribs. I open my eyes. The room is dark. The candles must have gone out at some point. But it's quiet, motionless. Nothing and no one there that could have woken me up. I stare up at the ceiling. My forehead and cheeks are sweaty and my legs feel restless. The strange feeling in my gut from dinner is back, not quite as pronounced, but still there, lying low, and every so often sending twinges of anxious nausea up into my stomach. I roll over, pause for a moment, then slide my feet off the side of the bed and sit up. I search for my glasses and will my heart to calm. I search for my glasses and will my heart to calm. Oh, okay. Never mind. That took me a second to process. This isn't working. I'm probably just anxious. Who wouldn't be after everything that's happened? Maybe a short walk will help. Get some air. Cool off a bit. I trudge over towards the chair where I left my pants in a crumbled pile and slouch down to put them on. I grimace and turn up my nose. My mouth tastes awful. Maybe I can find the kitchen and get some water while I'm at it. I yawn and head for the door. The light of the hallway blinds me for a moment as I step outside. It's equally as quiet out here as it is in the room, and once I'm able to look around, I find myself alone. No guards, no attendants. Just one long, empty hallway with door after door after door. I wonder where Ginzo is. Did they put him in the room next to mine? Another yawn. I start forward down the hallway. I'm pretty sure I can remember the way back downstairs. And by then I'm sure there'll be someone I can ask for directions or even to get the water for me. The attendants certainly seem willing to help. The hallway opens up, widening as it curls around to connect the stairs. I trace my hand along the railing as I start down, taking it slow and easy and keeping an eye out for one of the rabbits. One flight, two. I make it to the bottom with still no signs of life. Up ahead and through the archway, I see the wide expanse of the grand hall. I entertain the thought of calling out for someone, but ultimately decide against it. Somehow, I don't want to hear what my voice would sound like in the midst of all that emptiness. I start for the hall, only to freeze. Footsteps. More than one. In fact, a whole lot of footsteps. But they're in the opposite direction, away from the hall and down a windowless corridor to my left. I blink in silence, chew on the bottom of my lip, then walk quietly, ever so quietly, down the corridor. Hold on, guys. We're gonna go back here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna read this. It does give me a lot of secondhand embarrassment. I know I'm going back. But there was something I remember I've seen that I feel like should have come up already. And I want to just see if maybe it only comes up with a certain option. Because there was another thing, I'm not sure what makes me say it, to be honest. Perhaps as a joke to ease the situation. Perhaps to get Orlem's attention off Ginza, or perhaps just because I'm the most socially awkward person I know. I was about to say socially. But in that moment, I let out a forced laugh and say with the biggest, dorkiest smile on my face, "Dang, 5-star hospitality over here. Can I get some too?" Orland turns towards me slowly. I see his eyes twitch, smile falling momentarily before curling back across his face like the tail of a snake. Is someone feeling left out? He bites down on his lip. I wouldn't want to make anyone feel neglected, especially not one of my dearest friends. Yuck. Anyway, he twirls the fork back towards the meatloaf tine, slicing through the red flesh almost agonizingly slow. He stabs the resulting piece with a forceful poke, looping it back up and into the air. "Open wide now," he practically sings, holding it out for me. Across the table, Ginza rises to his feet so fast his knees rattle the cutlery. "Is that really necessary?" he growls. I look back and forth from Ginzo to the meat, all of a sudden feeling incredibly uncomfortable and regretting my decision to speak up at all. He's the one who asked for it. Orlem just smiles, giving the fork a playful flick in my direction. My stomach churning, warmth spreads from my chest all the way up to my cheeks. But at this point, I wouldn't be even more embarrassed to back down. So I lean forward, lips parted, and Orlem dances the meat onto my tongue. I bring my teeth down around as he painstakingly pulls the fork back out. Delicious, isn't it? He brings a hand to his cheek with a sickeningly sweet grin. I want to disappear inside of my chair. I give the meat, "Sissy! Why are you meowing?" Leather Cat's crying right now. I don't know. She's old. She's 17. I give the meat a few obligatory chews before washing it down with a generous gulp of wine. Across from me, Ginzo sinks back into his seat. I'm too embarrassed to look at him. Okay, so. Yeah, this is. No, wrong thing. X.
Self-voicing.
Oh my god. Hello, not what I wanted. Okay. So. I know there was a skip thing. Oh, that does that. Oh? Oh, hey. Please full screen. D A. I took a screenshot. I feel like it was K. Okay, now it's going automatically now. Stop. Okay, I don't remember. Was it? It was control. Okay. I blink in silence, chew on the bottom of my lip, then walk quietly, ever so quietly, down the corridor. There's a fork up ahead, and when I peek around the corner, I see the tail. Sissy! The tail end of a battalion of rabbits at the end of the long hallway. They're moving away from me. In a few moments more, they disappear entirely down another corridor to the left. Interesting. I've forgotten about the water entirely at this point. The sparkle of unease in my gut has gotten stronger, and now it's pulling me down that hall after them. With a final glance behind me, I follow silently, stealthily, but quickly enough that I don't potentially lose them around whatever twists and turns await. I make it to the next corner, pause, then chance a glance. Nothing. They're gone. I pull back, furrow my brows, then check a second time. Still nothing. I pull away from the wall entirely and creep closer. There aren't any other forks or hallways to turn down, just one straight track leading to the far wall. And yet they've simply disappeared. I scratch my head. Well, that was weird. I step towards the wall, placing my hand against the stone, but it feels solid, at least as far as I can tell. Okay, hold on. I believe. Hold on. We're going to wait a moment while I go get the game. View all by Carrot. Okay, let me download it because I just played it in browser because it's a browser game. But I believe this has taken place at this point. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, extract all. And I'll get everything set up. But I believe this has happened by now. Okay, never mind. It is in Arc 2. So we're gonna continue. I'm gonna let that extract so I can have it for whenever we're ready. There is something I need to check. That scene might have been in Arc 2. We're gonna go to the gallery, which I'm gonna actually give us a chance to look at, I guess. Kinda. Without trying to spoil. Oh, hello. Okay. So I think that's in Arc 2 what I'm thinking of. I give it a frustrated slap. Then with a slow rumble it moves. Whoa. I step back with a start. First it moves backwards, as though recoiling from my touch. Then with a grinding creak that rattles my jaw, it switches gears and pulls off away to the right, leaving behind a neatly stoned tunnel in its wake. Guess that explains that. I mumble out loud without realizing. The tunnel appeared dark at first, but I can see light further down. Despite my misgivings, I can't stop at this point. I'm in way too deep. So I push forward into the darkness, one hand on the wall like some kind of guardrail, into the unknown. The first thing I notice is the smell. It makes my nose twitch, curl upwards. I don't even know how to describe it, like a stew that's been on the pot too long and everything's starting to congeal. The further I walk, the stronger it gets. Plunging my nose doesn't help this plugging, but It's in my lungs now, coming back up through my mouth like a damp towel on my tongue. I stop for a moment. It's starting to make me dizzy. But I wipe the clammy film of sweat from my forehead and neck and keep going. Lighter, brighter, hotter. Now this smell seems practically solidified and sticking to my skin. It's heavy in the air, pregnant in the droplets of moisture suspended in the wall, of heat and dripping from the walls. Lighter, brighter, hotter. My head's starting to spin. But I can see the tunnel open up just ahead. One step, the room beyond starts to take shape, large and filled with steam. 2 steps. Low flickering lights dance almost red across the dark stone walls. Oh my goodness, guys. Then out into the expanse, out onto a balcony overlooking a cave of steam. The smell hits me like a punch to the gut, and I feel myself start to retch. But even the smell doesn't compare to what I see when I look out over the edge into the room below. Cauldrons. Cauldrons? I have no idea, but they're huge and round and filled to the brim with thick red boiling sop. More and more of them filling up the whole room, bubbling, churning, roiling, and emitting thick clouds of greasy steam that twist and coil in the air above. I only have to wonder for a split second what the cauldrons before I see it. An arm. A human arm. Protruding from the boiling muck, hanging limp over the side, red, swollen, and blistered. I reel back. I can't breathe. I can't think. My body feels numb. The fuck? My gaze jumps from cauldron to cauldron and I see more. Naked backsides bobbing up and down, an errant hand or foot sticking out above the frothy soup. Long dark hair curling in the water. I feel like they would shave the people bald or something before putting them in, but I don't know, maybe they like a little hair with their meat. My knees nearly give, and I have to lean hard against the railing to keep from crumbling to the floor. This is my slaughterhouse. I spin around, heart beating out of my chest. Orlam's standing at the entrance of the tunnel, his hands spread wide in a show of pride. Though, some I prefer. Abattoir, a bit fancier, wouldn't you say? I step back against the railing, hands grasping at the cold stone. What do you do? What are you? I can't seem to form words. My tongue feels about 10 times its normal size. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious. He takes a step forward, rubbing at his chin. I need to feed my people somehow. And I also need to deal with the rebel rousers. Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? You can't eat people. You certainly didn't seem to have a problem with that earlier tonight. He smiles. My people shrink in their sockets as my blood runs cold. I think back to our meal in the ballroom of steaming roast, the meat pies, the bacon wrapped asparagus. Oh? Bile rises to the back of my throat before I can stop. I'm lurching forward and spilling the contents of my stomach out on the floor. Orlam watches in disconcern. Once the convulsions in my stomach stop, I rise back up shakily, vomit dripping from my lips and down my chin. You're sick. I cringe and bring a hand up to cover my mouth. Well, you know what they say about glass houses. Orlam saunters over to the railing to look down on his house of horrors. The flickering lights, color his face in the steam. Color his face red in the steam. You know, I was going to leave you out of this. This is a matter between me and him, after all. But, well, you had to go snooping and find this place, and I'm afraid that just won't do. Kings need some of their secrets to stay just that. Secret. He turns towards me with a playful smile. I take a step back, 1,000 alarm bells going off in my head. Where's Genzo? Probably just waking up, I would imagine. I twist towards the railing, eyes searching the room frantically. Then I see him, far off to the right, and laying on the floor, surrounded by a circle of guards. Genzo! I screech. I'm not screaming. Orlin begins walking towards me, and I spin around in panic. I'm just gonna say this now. Dead. If you try that. I can actually show you all the picture, probably. Maybe. We're gonna see. Okay, so first picture. And then a guard comes up and like snaps my neck. Okay, yeah. So when I try for the stairs, I live. My fight or flight mode kicks in. I need to get away, and right now the stairs leading down to the room seems like the only way to go. I dash towards them, only to see a trio of guards already at the bottom, making their way up. Fuck. Like, I step backwards, slowly. But Orlam's standing right behind me now. You know, it's really a shame, because I did always like you, Iggy. His smile, it's too wide, teeing up his whole face. In fact, in another life, we might have been great friends. I wonder how things would have turned out then, I do know. And we'll find out in Arc 3. Another group of rabbit guards moves behind him. I'm trapped on either side. My lips, my jaw, even my eyes feel like they're quivering, quaking, fluttering in time with my racing heart. But I suppose now we'll never know. Something hits me from behind and I go out like a light. There is also, hold on. Oh, wrong thing. Hold on, let me go to our Wonderland. There is, let's see. Yeah, there's a remastered version. So, if after this arc, I might download. I'm gonna actually start downloading it now, because it's probably gonna take a while, because our Wonderland is a big game. So I'm gonna probably start downloading it now. So by the time I finish the arc, it'll be like downloaded and stuff. You know, hopefully. Oh, I accidentally pressed. The first thing I feel when I begin to come to is something clenching itself around me tight, followed by the sensation of my legs leaving the ground. I open my eyes to find myself suspended in midair, a rope coiled snug around my arms and midsection, and holding me aloft like a fish on a hook. I kick out my legs, shake my shoulders, try to swing forward, but it's futile. All I do is knock the breath out of my lungs and tire myself out. Ah, good. You've come too. Orlam has his hands on his hips, grinning at me from ear to ear. But I want you to miss all the fun. now to wake up Sleeping Beauty. I glanced to my right to see... I just remembered something. I think he's gonna say it later. But oh my goodness. I glanced to my right to see Ginzo in a similar predicament. Loops and loops of rope coiled all the way from his chest to his pelvis, holding him aloft a few feet above the ground. Orlum steps towards him, clapping his palms across his cheeks in reverberating slaps. Rise and shine, you overgrown lush. Ginzo coughs, groans. Remind me to thank John for your lovely weekend. Orlum smorks. Orlum smirks. Yes, you ate very well, didn't you? And had a nice nap like the little piggy you are. Unfortunately, it's time for all the little piggies to go to market. Dude, I found out years later that just means they're being slaughtered. And they're not, like, going to, like, a little Walmart and buying food and shit. Ginzo looks 10 shades of confused. He still seems out of it, watching Orlum with his jaw slack and one eyebrow cocked. He blinks, glances down at himself. Well, this is an interesting development. Ginzo, I hiss. Ginzo turns his head towards me almost lazily. Oh, Iggs, you're here too. What are you doing? Just hanging around? Ginzo, be serious. This isn't a fucking joke. Orlum lets out a belch of laughter. Ginzo, serious? He couldn't be serious in his life if his life depended on it. Except maybe when tormenting me. You always took that pretty seriously, didn't you? He jabs his fingers into the underside of Ginzo's chin, cocking his head upward. Oh God, is that what this is about? You butthurt, I picked on you when we were kids? Ginzo rolls his eyes. Get a life. Orlum's face goes pink, red, purple. Picked on? Picked on? You ruined me, Ginzo Ichihara. He clenches at his hair. And you never even realized it, did you? Damn, we're whipping out the last names. I'm in big trouble now. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I'm not talking to you, Fakey. Ginzo just grins. Did I hurt your little butt? Do you need me to powder and pat it and make it all better? Maybe suck your dick while I was at it? Stop it! But Ginzo's on a roll now. His eyes flash. Oh, don't tell me. This is about that time after prom, isn't it? Holy fuck. Did you really think that... Orlum shrieks. He grabs a spear from one of the guards behind him and reels it back. I'm going to muzzle that fucking mouth of yours. He swings. And the flat side of the spear cocks Ginzo right in the jaw. Blood flies from his mouth as the resounding crack echoes off the walls. Orlum lets the head of the spear drop to the ground, red-faced, shoulders heaving. Ginzo's quiet for a moment. He looks down, spits out a tooth. Pathetic. Can't even break a guy's jaw properly. He snickers and coughs, sending trails of blood down his chin. You were pathetic then, you're pathetic now. You want to know why I picked on you? Because you're a pathetic excuse for a human being. Everybody hated you. You know that? Even your parents hated you. That's why your dad beat on you, and that's why your mom killed herself. Because they had a pathetic fucking rat for a son. Orlum wails. He brings his hands to his cheek, clutching at his face, clawing at his eyes. The wail morphs into a scream, deep and heady, ripped straight from his lungs. He reaches for the spear, reels it back, then slams it into Ginzo's chin again. Then from the opposite direction, again, Ginzo's head wrenches back and forth with each subsequent crunch. Finally, Orlum crumbles. He lets the sphere fall from his hand and sinks to his knees, his face in his palms. Genzo's face is a wreck. His jaw tilts awkwardly to one side and bloody welts decorate his chin and cheeks. Another cough this time. He sends about a pint of blood to the ground along with a handful of teeth. I feel tears well up in my eyes, blurring my vision. Genzo, what are you doing? I say weakly. Oh my god, he's so disturbed. Genzo turns to me, and goddamn if that fucker doesn't actually smile. Smile. He grins through the blood clots leaking between his mouth and teeth, trying to keep him away from going after you. Oh my god, I love him, oh my god, Genzo. My face goes, you're already white. Me too, though. Lips trembling. At this moment, Orlum begins to laugh. It starts as a tiny chuckle, barely even noticeable, then grows into a manic snicker that rocks his arms and shoulders. Hello, Vicky. Are you done with your nap, or are you going back to sleep? Or are you just going to stare at me? High-pitched and squeaking, almost like a rapid chipmunk. I don't have to put up with any of this. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna eat you for tomorrow's breakfast. He pushes himself to his feet with a wobble, laughing so hard he has tears streaking down his cheeks. His eyes, there's something wrong with his eyes. Dark and sunken, pupils impossibly small. He brings his hands to his cheeks, unable to contain himself, and twisted grin stretches practically to his ears. Tomorrow's video is a roasted pig on a spit. He dances over towards the iron crane, and with a panic upward twist, I realize that the ropes we're hanging on are connected to a system of overhead pulleys. He twists the crank and pulls a set of levers on its handle, then wrenches it backwards. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, guys. Hold on. Put that in games. Delete you. And extract all. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Just hang out with the music real quick, I don't know. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, Ginzo's body rises up, up, up. Orlum pulls it to the right. Clink, clink, clink. Now Ginzo moves to the left, coming to an abrupt stop right over the center of one of the boiling cauldrons. Shit. Fuck. Ginzo winces, wriggling uncomfortably as the hot steam envelops him. Orlum, stop. Orlum, we can talk about this. Come on. My heart is racing. I pull and tug and kick out my legs in a futile panic. This little piggy went to market. Ginzo screeches with a peal of laughter. He leaps in glee and pulls back hard on the lever. I feel my heart drop as Ginzo goes plunging into the cauldron. Ginzo! There's a sickening splash. Water is spilling up and over the edge onto the floor below. Orlum wrenches the lever back almost immediately, and Ginzo is yanked back out. Every inch of exposed skin has turned pink and steam is rolling off his body. He looks fine. Orlum, his voice low and filled with a strange deep-seated helplessness. I've never heard from him before. This little piggy stayed home. Orlum jerks down on the lever again. Ginzo sent flying back into the boiling water. And when he's pulled up next, his body sags in inversion. I can hear him struggle to breathe, throat gasping, chest rasping. His skin has turned a brilliant shade of red. I need to do something. Anything. He's going to die. I twist my head from side to side, looking for something. Looking for anything, taking in our surroundings. But there's nothing, just cauldron after cauldron after cauldron. And beyond those, Orlum and the battalion of rabbit guards. Fuck. This little biggie had roast beef. I hear Orlum squeal, then the telltale sound of the lever, followed by a giant splash. I don't even look this time. I don't have to look. I have to figure something out. That's when I see it. The cauldrons. Either because it was a rush job or Orlum and his men have no idea what they're doing. But what they're doing. They're actually pretty precariously structured. They're held up above their roaring fires by nothing but 4 wooden planks, one on each side, without any sort of additional support. If even one of those planks were taken away, I don't have to wonder if it'll work or not. Oh? Where's my sister? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay. I start swinging. There's a cauldron not far to my left, and with a little bit of momentum, I may, just may, be able to reach the closest plank. I hear Ginzo get pulled out of the water. He gasps, sputters, his breath sounds like it's being wrenched across sandpaper, like nails on a chalkboard. Further, I build up momentum, swinging. This little biggie had none. Another splash. Orlum and the rabbits are so focused on Ginzo that they don't even notice my antics. Closer and closer. I reach out my foot on the next swing over. I touch the plank. I can reach it. I just need more power. 1 more swing, 2 more swings. I'm going pretty fast now. It might be enough. I hear Orlum shriek again, the piercing laughter sending my heart into overdrive. This little piggy went wee all the way home. I wanted to get into a character of Orlum, but I also just kind of gave up because saying wee. That's no. I fly forward and kick with every ounce of strength that I possibly can muster. My foot connects. There's a sharp snap, and the plank goes spinning away from the cauldron. Everything suddenly goes very fast after this. There's a heavy groan from the cauldron as it tips forward. Then snap, snap, snap. The additional weight breaks the other planks. The cauldron falls onto the fire with a thundering crash and rolls forward, spilling out gallons and gallons of roiling, frothing muck across the floor and towards the group. Orlum screeches and jumps backward as the encroaching wave. Encroaching? I don't know. His rabbits follow suit, leaping back in fear. What are you doing, you idiots? Orlum yelps. You're wearing armor. Go stop him. Clean that up. But, sir, the rabbit in front clutches at a spear. Iron is a highly effective conductor of heat. Walking in that boiling water would cook our feet like miniature kilns. Orlum clutches his hair in disbelief. You useless God, I had to look up what this word meant. Legomorphs? I don't know. Like, that's just such an odd word, I feel like. But Orlum does have an interesting vocabulary. That's the word I was searching for. I don't waste a second. I begin to bounce and kick as hard as I possibly can, pulling and yanking and stretching the rope until with one forceful jerk, it snaps and I go tumbling to the floor. I land with a splat in the hot water and give out a breathy yelp. My arms and cheeks burn with it so hot it makes my eyes water. But I can't let it stop me. I roll towards the piece of wood scattered from the fire and still burning and smoking, and send my back straight into a particularly glowing ruminant. Burn, 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 goddammit! I can smell the coils of rope singering, feel the heat transferring through it and to my skin. I press down hard and begin wriggling, pushing out with my arms and snap the charred bits of rope, and the moment they become weak enough to break. It doesn't take long. With a jagged rip, the fibers of the outer ropes loosen and come apart, which is enough for me to snake my arms out of the binding and frantically pull off the rest. Then I'm to my feet, taking only a second to discern the situation before running towards the next closest cauldron and kicking the plank pointed towards Orlum and the rabbits. It goes down with a heavy quake, sending another wave of freshly boiled slop towards our captors. Orlum screams and stomps his feet. The rabbits back up even further. I topple one more cauldron, then race towards the cauldron beneath Genzo and send it spilling too. I can feel my feet burning in my soaking socks and shoes, but I pay them no mind. My adrenaline seems to be masking the pain, at least for the time being. And take advantage of this fact to kick the remaining fire beneath where Genzo's cauldron had sat, scattering the boards and stamping out the flames. Then I reach up, jump, and grab Genzo's shoulders. I let my full weight tug down on the rope, and it separates with a snap. We fall to the floor with a giant smack. My head rings, and I push through it, already up, already tugging at the ropes clenched around Genzo's arms. Genzo, buddy, you gotta wake up. Wake up. I yank the ropes, slap on his cheeks. He's out cold, his skin a deep red and thick. Leather splotches decorate his neck, chin, and forehead. I feel myself sweating just in the sea spilling up and away from his body. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I can't carry you. Tears of frustration prick at my eyes. Finally, he lets out a cough. When he cracks open his eyelids, his eyes have gone white. Eggs. He croaks. I can barely hear him. Do me a favor. I lean closer. What is it? Another cough. Could you poke me with a toothpick? Because I think I'm done. You fucker. I pull him up to a seat. He wobbles for a moment, but ultimately seems to hold himself up. You've got to try and walk for me, okay? It's the only way out of here. I'm not leaving you the fuck behind. I stand up, grab his hand, and pull him beside me. He leans heavily against me. That's it. Come on. I loop an arm around his back and begin to move, sloshing through the layer of water on the floor. He manages to move his feet fast enough to keep up, but he doesn't seem able to do much else. He's got about half his weight on my shoulders. Stop him! Stop him! Orlem's screech interrupts my thoughts. Shit. My heart nearly leaps out of my chest. I'm gonna have to buy us more time. I start for the stairs as fast as I can, making a beeline towards each cauldron along the way. 1, 2, 3. They go down, sending more and more boiling water onto the floor. Oh my god. I can't feel my feet anymore. My legs are screaming, my heart pounding. We've only got a few minutes at most. I can hear Orlem screeching and yammering and batting at the rabbits with the hands of his spear, with the handle of his spear. But the rabbits themselves still refuse to go into the steaming water. Iggy fucking Maxwell! I hear as I start up the steps, but I don't have time to look to check to see if he's following yet. Up. I tug Ginzo up the steps. I'm itchy. I also have like a bajillion mosquito bites, so I don't know what to do. I don't think I've ever held someone so tight in my entire life. My body screams with every step, but my ears are straining for any hint of those iron boots frisking up the stairs after us. I finally tug Ginzo out onto the landing, and just before we escape into the tunnel, I catch a glimpse of rabbits splashing through the water down below. Fuck. I throw myself into the tunnel, willingly begging Ginzo to move faster. Come on. I can feel tears of frustration building up in my eyes. The tunnel ends and we fly out onto the stairway into the main hall. I'm gasping for breath by this point. I hoist Ginzo up on my shoulders when I fear him starting to slip and search for the door through the sweat leaking down into my eyes. Come on, Ginzo, come on, stay with me. Stay with me, buddy. I tug him towards the entrance, slam my hip against the door. It opens with a heavy creak, just enough for me to slip the two of us outside and out into the garden. Then I'm racing down the path, heart pounding in my ears, huffing, puffing, groaning in terrified exasperation. Past the boat, past the empty guardhouse. I can see the little town up ahead, through the pink glimmer of the sun on the horizon. No good. We've got to go a different way. That'll be the first place they go. So I tug Ginzo off the path and away from the town, away from the castle, through the grass and towards the trees. My lungs are burning, my legs feel like jelly, but I push on. I have to push on. Ginzo's slipping again and his feet aren't keeping up as well as before. I have to keep pulling, keep tugging. I spy a creek up ahead, quiet, tranquil, and next to it a large outcropping of boulders. I grit my teeth and power through the last stretch, not stopping until we've made it out of sight behind the rocks. My knees give out the moment I stop moving and sink to the ground, taking Ginzo with me. Fuck, I can barely breathe. I lie there for a moment, eyes closed, then check out Ginzo, rolling him over onto his back. Hold on. His breath is strained and raspy, almost as though he's trying to breathe through a straw, and his eyes are just barely cracked open. Ginzo? I wipe at the sweat on my forehead, cheeks, and neck. My heart is beating in my ears. Ginzo coughs. His face looks so awful I can barely bear to look. Bastard. He finally ekes out. Should have figured he'd find one less way to fuck me over. He pulls his lips into a half smile. And here I was hoping I could get a good look at you at least one last time. I bite down on my lips, staring at his clouded eyes. They're gazing vacantly up at the sky. Here, come on. I pulled his head into my lap because I don't know what else to do. Oh damn, this is nice. The best pillow a guy could, he coughs, ask for. I slide his hat off his head. It leaves miniature blisters, divots across his forehead. I once and try to smooth down his hair. The twinges of guilt in my diaphragm is back, hurling and twisting and eating away at my insides. I blink and Ginzo in the front of me is suddenly much younger. Oh my goodness, no, not the flashback. Even as hard as I've tried to block it from my mind, the memory still feels fresh. Almost like it happened yesterday. Thunder rattles the window pane next to the bed, shaking the house, shaking up through my gut, my ribs, and heart. I clench the blanket to my chin, breath fast and hot. You scared eggs? Ginzo's next to me. Ginzo's always sleeping over at my house. We'd play video games, gorge on snacks and pizza, and stay up past midnight just talking and talking. Even all the way up until junior high, I could always act like a kid with him. I don't respond. Instead, I just chew on the edge of the blanket, staring up at the ceiling. It's louder this time. Lightning flashes across the window and lighting up the whole room. I tense, unwillingly giving off a little moan as I try to shrink deeper into the bed sheets. Don't worry, I gotcha. Just come into the safe, warm bosom of my arms. I'm not sure how he knows what the word bosom actually means, but I'm not in the mood to chastise him for it. I let him curl around me, and in the heat of the moment even snuggle up just a bit against his chest. I'm too scared to worry about how it looks. Another boom, but this one doesn't make my heart jump quite as much. I take a deep breath and close my eyes, willing myself to sleep. That's when I feel it. The poke against my stomach. I feel Ginzo freeze against me. He sucks in his breath. What do? Pretend I don't feel anything? Pull away? But then he'd know I know. But he already knows that I know. There's no way I couldn't feel that. I wouldn't feel that. I wonder what it is, guys. I'm starting to sweat now. I'm feeling weird, uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it. Cold. A cold chill working its way down through my spine and across my arms and legs. I'm shaking, and I can't stop. Genzo, I heard something out in the hallway. The hallway? Genzo's voice squeaks. Yeah, could you go check? Sure, of course, yeah. He pulls away, sits up, and I see him take a moment to collect himself, just sitting there on the side of the bed. Finally, he stands up. I'm gonna go check for you. Thanks. I'm still shaking, but the feeling is starting to leave, the tightness in my chest loosening. Ginzo's darkened form walks towards the other side of the room. I hear the click of the door opening. He steps out into the hallway. He's gone for a long time. Another window rattling thunderclap sends me back beneath the covers. Then I hear it. A thud from outside, followed by a yelp and a series of sharp cracks on the stairs. Ginzo? I'm out of bed in an instant, dashing for the door, my thin pajamas fluttering. I grope for the light in the hallway, and when I turn it on, I see Ginzo lying at the bottom of the stairs, unmoving. Ginzo! No. Each no falls in time with my footsteps racing down the stairs, but when I stumble next to him, he's already out cold, blood leaking out of his ears, his nose dribbling from his mouth. He'd spent a week in the hospital after that, and they said he'd be fine, just fine, perfectly fine. And a month later, his sight had begun to go. Whoops, we shouldn't have caught that. Tears prick at my eyes as I look down at Ginzo now. How had everything come to this? I wiped the snot leaking down my nose and let out a quivering breath. I need to do something, find a way to help him, but how? And from where? It's not like he can walk anymore. Then do I leave him behind? Maybe I should follow the creek. Surely it should lead somewhere. Another town over maybe, somewhere further from Orlam and his guards. I scoot Genzo's head gently off my legs and down onto his hat to give him some cushion. Then rise to my knees. I'm gonna go find someone, okay? Okay. I'll bring someone back who can help you. We need to get you to a doctor. Okay. I'm gonna follow this creek. There's gotta be some place along it, even a little village or something. Okay. I chomp down at the inside of my cheek. Genzo's just lying there, not even trying to look in my general direction. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, he coughs. Yeah. I reach for his hand, clasping it in my own and giving it a squeeze. I'll be back. Okay. Then I take off, staggering my way alongside the creek and further into the trees. I trudge further and further into the woods, following the creek, following its winding path through the trees, through the brush, over the rocks and pebbles, the slit and clay. I stumble, fall, press on, press forward, fast forward, rewind. If only I could rewind this. Rewind everything. Back to my apartment, safe and sound. Back to the barbecue, everyone alive and well. What is all this? Why is this happening? I can't feel my feet at this point. I can't feel much of anything at this point. Forward, forward. Follow the sound of the water. Follow it to salvation. Follow it to judgment. The trees are thicker now, darker, sun peeking in through dolloped patterns on the current and the air. The air feels cold, almost like I'm being watched. I turn around, check the path behind me. Sorry, my phone buzzed. But there's nothing. No one. Just a damp chill on the back of my neck, curling like a leech beneath my collar and sending pinpricks of unease down my spine. It's completely still, save for a small object hanging from one of the trees up ahead. It sways ever so slightly, twisting on its string. I approach it carefully, senses keen, cup it in my hands. Guys, I wonder who that is. Doll? Its spine and eyes stare up at me, and its calm body sits limply in my palm. I let it go and watch it swing back to its original position, hanging from its neck, as though dropped from the gallows. It twirls, dances, eyes pointed skyward. There's another one up ahead, and when I move towards it, I spot another and another. Everywhere. I spin around. They're everywhere. Hanging from every tree, bodies limp, eyes lifeless. Sweat forms along my hairline, tracing my temples. My heart, it's twisting my heart. An unbearable sadness, as though I'll never be happy again. I need to get out of here. I begin walking again, faster. I'm practically jogging now. Every second I can feel that pain stabbing at my heart, that hollow emptiness expanding inside of me. I swat at the branches and leaves, stumble over rocks on the ground. I feel like I'm falling through a bottomless hole, and everything around me is black. My foot hits a large stone, angled upwards and away from the creek. I hit the dirt, shoulders throbbing and face full of grass. But more than that, the weight is gone. The claws of sadness have receded from my heart. I blink, push myself up. It's lighter too. I've reached some sort of clearing. And in the center of the clearing is a small cottage, smoke hurling up from its chimney. There's someone here? Now I push myself all the way up. up to my feet, looking around. Someone's chopping wood behind the cottage. Someone's here. Someone who might be able to help us. I start forward, limping at first and pushing through the pain in my feet and rushing forward with as much strength as I can muster. I round the corner of the cottage, then stop. But my eyes grow wide. The woman at the chopping block stills, rises to a full height. Bugs, I finally say, voice cracking. She doesn't turn around. Doesn't move either. Just stands there, axe in her hand, facing the trees. Bugs, it's me, it's Iggy. I take a step forward. I knew we'd find you here. I knew it all along. She turns. Her face is blank, indifferent. She doesn't even blink. I swallow the sentence I was about to say. I look from her to the chopping block to the cottage. Bucks, what are you doing here? My voice trembles. Did you open the door to Wonderland? A pause. Where's Sadie, Bucks? I didn't open the door, Iggy, Bucks says slowly, heavily. I don't want to remember from some stupid snap from April 10th. The fuck? We all know adults like us can't open the door. Then a smile. Small at first, then growing into a delightful moon-shaped curve. She opened the door for me. My throat grows tight. What do you mean? She wouldn't stop crying, Iggy. Crying and screaming and whining and screeching. I couldn't take it anymore. It was driving me crazy. I take a step back. Bucks? My voice is barely a whisper. What did you do? I stopped her from crying. My blood runs cold. I can't move, can't breathe. And now look at me. It's wonderful, Iggy. Listen to that silence. She throws back her arms. Nothing and no one to bother me. Pause. Then her gaze snaps back to me. At least there wasn't. Her face darkens. Why are you here? Did Hanar send you? He sent you, didn't he? Bucks. Little gore warning, guys. You were here to make me go back there, aren't you? To take me away from all this. No, Bugs, I would never. I'm not going back. I'll kill you before you can take me back. Honestly, this music's fire. Buck, stop! Who's texting me? It hurts. Fuck, it hurts. Sorry, her face. It's kind of funny. Bye bye, Bugs. I lie there and breathe, looking up at the sky. Everything looks so gold. Iggy. My breath catches, and I cough. Hack. Tremors running through my body. What do you want, Iggy? So gold. So fucking gold. What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? What do I don't know what I want. I do. Because lying there looking up at that endless gold sky, I've realized something. The single thread connecting all of my friends' miseries that has ruined their lives is me. I let out a shuddered breath. It's so obvious. All of it. I raise my hand, raise it towards that expanse of gold. I wish the tears have returned. They're flowing freely now, tracing cloudy rivers through the dirt and scratches on my cheek. I wish I never existed. So yep, that's the end of arc 1. Yep. Okay. So, I'm gonna load up the remastered version, because I'm kind of curious. Because one my friend I was talking about earlier has a picture of the remastered version. Okay. Okay, what do I use? Okay. I cannot spell. Okay, there we go, guys. Okay, since I assume it doesn't have a. Ooh, the loading screen is a lot prettier. Huh. Iggy sprite mode. Oh, okay, so Iggy actually has sprites now. That's cool. Ooh. Huh. So there's no gallery yet, I assume. Or maybe I have to start for there to be a gallery. I do want to see Iggy sprites. That's honestly interesting. I assume it's all the same dialogue. I'm just mostly interested in the new art and Iggy sprites. I want to see how much everything's like changed. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna read any of this, but I would just like to look at the art. This is really fucking cool. Yeah, and their eyes seem a lot like their pupils seem bigger. I assume I can't skip now. Oh my goodness, look! Oh my god, it's a little Iggy sprite. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love Iggy. Okay, I don't know how much they have. Ooh. And I feel like the lighting is so much better. Like, the shading and stuff make it seem more real. The tears. I want to see if. Oh, no, there's no gallery. Okay. Huh. Oh, wait, here's a gallery. Okay. Do they have all 5 arcs? Music room. So all of the music. Replays. Oh. Ooh, there's character bios. Oh my god, he looks so cute as a teen. Okay. Yeah, he is 31. All the characters are in their 30s except for Bucks because she's the youngest. She is 29. So his Chinese zodiac. Ooh, he's a Taurus. I feel like he was taller. But oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, look at him. Oh, he's Japanese American. Okay, and you're white American? You're, oh my god. I love them. Okay. Most of y'all just seem like white American. You're also a white American. Okay. Oh my god, I love them. So Ace, I wonder why. Joker, yeah. King and Queen because of in Wonderland. Oh, and maybe he's the Jack and she's the Joker. But why would she be the Joker? I don't know. And I don't know. I only have an idea for who that could be. There's after stories. That just brought me back to the music room. Okay. Oh my goodness. They're all so cute. So I think, I don't know. Oh. When I post this on YouTube, if anyone does comment, let me know if I should, okay, eat. Sorry. This song, oh my god. I have no clue what they're saying, but I feel like all of those stuffed animals would be a pain to draw. Oh my god, Ginzo's so cute. Orlum's like, what the fuck? I lost my train of thought. Well, I know what I was gonna say. I just wanna. Oh my god. Sorry, that I just had to for a second. That anyway, I was gonna say if anyone's watching this on YouTube, leave a comment and let me know if y'all would like me to play on the remastered version or the old version, which I know and I've played. Cause I think that I don't know if this one's finished. I will more than likely. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pigmently challenged. I don't. Did you say that in the last one? I don't know. But sorry. Iggy's face is so cute. I love them. But I don't know if like I said, this one's finished or not. So I'm gonna probably, after I stop streaming, just kind of go through everything. And is he crying? Oh my god, Iggy sprites. So I'm just really happy we have Iggy sprites. We're gonna ask about the baby. I don't really care. Oh my god, Anar. He looks a little odd in the last one, but oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him. I would want him to be my husband. Like, sorry, but they're all so cute. God, I love them. Hi, Orlum. Ooh, okay. So this is a bit different. Okay. And I'm definitely liking the art a bit better because there were definitely some parts where they looked just like a little proportionally weird. Which, I mean, art really isn't that easy, especially Orlum's hairstyle. I've tried to draw his hair so much, but I hate it. But I love his hair. Like, I love him and the way he looks in his hair and everything, but drawing it makes me want to explode. Like, anyway. Yeah, I don't care about I don't care about reading this. I just want to see all little pictures, the sprites, everything. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a remastered version until I asked my friend about it. Because I was like, hey, where's that picture from? And they thought I was joking because, I mean, obviously I know what it's from. I just wasn't the same in the original version. They have, hold on. I did turn this down a little last time because it was loud. Especially when I'm streaming. I want y'all to be able to hear me. And I'm not that loud of a talker usually. But, oh, hey, wait, where'd my character go? I just realized my... Sorry, guys, I just realized this. I did not realize our little VTuber wasn't there. I'm sorry. Why are you, like, giving me the evil eye? Aw, they're so cute. I love them. Oh my god, I love that. Sorry, I just keep saying that. I'm probably autistic if y'all can't tell. By the way I'm acting with these characters. Oh my god. Ew! No, I'm joking. I love Gidget. Well, later on Gidget, but... Gidget right now isn't the best. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. Sadie! And R's so cute too. Oh my god, I love an R. I love all of them. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I think, yes. Oh my god, I love them. I don't really know what's going on. I know I think it's supposed to go under. But since his arm is right there, it looks kind of odd, but... Like, it looks like his legs are morphed into one, but, like, I think I understand what's going on. I feel like maybe, like, a line somewhere, like... There's, like... Hold on, I have to think about this. So his... Come up, like... So maybe, like, a line right here connecting to that. I feel like would be good. I don't know. I'm not the best artist. This person's obviously way better than me. And God, I love their art. Especially because I'm only a traditional artist. I can never draw digitally. At least that's what I like to believe. Oh my God, I love them. Orlum does not look happy. So I have to just keep taking pictures of them. Or screenshots, you know. Aww. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I don't think if I can't remember if I mentioned this, but whenever oh, hello. Hold on, what are you talking about? Oh, wait, okay, yeah, I know. Oh my God, Ginzo's a cutie but duty. I just kind of like clinically insane men as well. So, there's that. No. Oh. And, yep. Oh my God. Sorry, just seeing him in something other than his regular outfit. Oh my God, I love him. He's legit me though. Just an albino version of me. Cause I fear fear I'm not albino. Oh, back to the music. I don't know if I misread something, but it said something about being Chinese. And it's crazy to think that Ginzo's Japanese American. I would have never thought. Ginzo, my love. Come on. Extras. Okay. I just wanted to double check there wasn't something else with her, like a. She's just a white American. I don't know. I still think it's odd that Ginzo is, I'm assuming, the Jack and the Joker. Huh. I don't know, cause I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. And there's so much like more with like the little screen titles. Like sometimes it's just like two different mouth sprites. But now there's like a lot more. There's like blinking. There's like them closing their mouths and stuff, you know. I just think it's quite interesting. Kento looks really cute with his glasses. I love him. It was kind of odd the first time I played the game to see him without his glasses. Ooh, this is new. Ooh. But I was gonna say, it was kind of odd the first time I played this, just to see Ginzo without his glasses. And the first time I played this game, I didn't realize he was blind until, like, when they ran into each other and the whipping of his cane and stuff. Ooh. Okay, a new falling sprite. I feel like this is a lot better. I feel like it's more realistic. Maybe. I don't know. I don't actively fall. But, I didn't realize Gendo was blind at first, and I thought he was just kind of wearing sunglasses. Huh. Oh, hello. Hold on. What was that about? Oh, it's the hole from where. Oh my God, Genzo's really cute. Oh my God. He's so silly. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Oh my God. I don't think that happened. I don't think there was a sprite like this last time. Oh my God. And his little dude. Very good, Iggy. We did fall through the hole. I love that. I love that one. And now we're at the bottom of the hole because that's what happens when you fall down a hole. That just those two lines probably top tier because God, it's so funny. Okay, I think I might just go through chapter 2 or arc 2 through the this one, and then y'all can tell me if y'all do want me to keep playing the remastered. I'm assuming it's all done. I don't know. I mean, it said alpha, so I don't know. Stuff might change. Oh, last time y'all didn't see this because I had I had sensor mode on. Cause I guess it just, I don't think it just didn't show the thing where he starts pounding this guy's head in. Cause there is literally a clip of him and his brain sprawled out. So. Oh my God. I love him. Oh my goodness. Oh. Right? Okay. I could not remember which way they went. I had to think about that. I've never chose a hot girlfriend, and I don't plan on doing that. Because it would be like, where the fuck is she then? Or something. Or you'd get all sad. And I don't want Genzo to be sad. I love Genzo. Okay, the eye looks about the same. You look about the same. Huh. I would kind of like to see the death scene at the bridge. I'm just kind of curious. Just ooh. Okay. And then this again. Okay. It's really cool. I didn't even have to save because it just brings me back. Yeah. Just a little bit before the choice, but so the tongue looks about the same. I mean, I only played this like 5 days ago and everything. Oh my god, Iggy's sprites are so cute. Oh, hello, this is new. Ooh, the eye's moving. Okay, hello. Or obnoxiously. Oh my god, look at them together. Sorry. Oh, I do not like this noise. I forgot about that. Okay, that's over quick. It's a lot more detailed. It's like on their eyes. Okay. Okay, this seems about the same. Okay, I definitely think the proportioning it's a lot better because I remember his Iggy's face looking like really kind of odd looking and kind of I don't know, like elongated. Like I can understand the like downward angles can probably be difficult to draw. I don't really draw angles. I kind of just draw for fun, and I'm not all about angles and perspective and stuff. So I understand that can probably be pretty difficult. Dun 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 dun. Oh my goodness. I also would like to see the death scene for the kitty cruiser. I don't remember how long Arc 2 is. I usually just figure that out by the pictures, by the amount of pictures. Okay. Huh. Huh, what did I miss here? What did I miss here? Okay, actually I have a couple ideas. It wouldn't be a pain to go back. I mean, I can go here. Flashback with Bucks. Let's see what we see. Okay, this looks about the same. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is just the same. Last twice. Don't look. No peeking. Oh, I could just kind of stuck at neck view. Hello? How was that? Someone outside? Or is that a... Hold on. I guess it's in the backyard. There's some kids I can see behind the fence. I was checking the cameras, by the way, that we have at our house because I'm just wanting to know what that sound I was hearing was. No way. What? Ooh, wait. Sorry. Icky's face. Oh my god. I love Ginzo. Oh my god. I've said that multiple times now, but I just have to get my point across, like. Well, obviously, Gidget's here. Hello. hello. Oop, we blushing. My foot's itchy. I have mosquito bites all over there. Are you leaving me, fake pie? Goodness. Okay, hold on. Save right here. So we must take all this right here. Replays. We're gonna go back to here. Or is it just a replay of that one scene? Damn what it is. Okay. I'll just have to go back and get that myself. Okay. I thought it would take me back to that point and I could like replay it. I might not play Arc 2 today because I've already been streaming for almost 3 hours. Unless I want to come back later. Oh. Hello. Okay. Yeah, you psycho. I wonder if she still has her Grinch smile. Okay, it's a little different. Okay, that looks about the same. I think when I get to the boat, I'm gonna just stop. Cause I have stuff I kinda need to do. And I don't know. Stuff I don't need to do. Ooh, I like how he does get darker. Like, cause it's dark outside. And you can see like the bruises around Iggy's neck. Ooh. Okay, don't mess up his curls. No, as someone with curly hair, if anyone tries to touch my hair, you are getting slapped. Because you don't know how long this took for me to do. Like, it needs to stay perfect, so get your hands out. You know? Oh no. But no one else understands, but I mean, not that many people tend to touch my hair. Just like a thing if some are bored too, you know. I guess I can get to the castle. I mean, realistically, I can probably just finish this whole arc just by button mashing my enter button. I'm also gonna try to get Sally Face. And after I finish our Wonderland, I'm gonna play Sally Face. I also have the game Purple and Frostbite. If you don't know what that is. And I'll play that sometime after. Cause I mean, I've been meaning to like actually. Oh my goodness gracious! I thought, oh my goodness, he's so, you know. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought, not gonna lie. By the way, the scene I was thinking of that I thought we missed, I'm pretty sure it's just in Arc 2, so. I legit don't even know what I was talking about. Ooh, I'm scared now for them dipping Ginzo. Ooh, okay. Orlam. I don't know, like, stop asking. Oh. Sorry, it looked like the bruises on his neck just came up after. Okay, yeah, I think it is. Probably because I am skipping a bunch, so. I'm not waiting for, like, the full animation to go through, so it's a little not the best. Oop. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. I guess I can't. I'll have to do the the end where he killed, well, it's not him that killed us, the rabbit. Lead with Orlam. Okay, I'm gonna actually read this because I didn't read it for y'all earlier, so. I have to stop Orlam. I have to convince him this, no matter what it takes, that's the only way out of this. Rather than backing up, as he likely expects, I dart forward and grab the collar of his shirt, lifting him up on his toes and his face practically against mine. Orlam, listen to me, please. Despite the trembling in my body, my voice is oddly steady. Orlam's face blinks. Orlam's eyes blink in surprise, merely centimeters from my own. I know Things haven't always been great between us, but this isn't the way to do things. My mind flashes to Gidget, her face, her eyes, when they turn to me, wrapped and distorted and brimming with irrational rage. So much rage. This place, it does things. It's done something to you. But you can fight it. Tears spring to my eyes at the sheer desperation packing into my voice. Another blink from Orlam. And then his lips curled back into a smile. Done something to me? Whatever do you mean? He brings his hands to his sides, and in that instant I see his gaze go towards something behind me. But before I have the chance to even think about turning around, something clamps down in my hair and snaps my head, my neck, my entire spine backwards and away from Orlam. With a shuddering crack that sends my glasses flying, I don't move. I can't move. My body has gone numb. My neck. There's something wrong with my neck. I'm looking too far backwards, and it's tight, so tight. I can't breathe. All I can do is stare helplessly up towards the ceiling in the face of the rabbit, whose hand is still clenched around my curls. My hands slide away from Orlam, who falls back down to his heels. He gives me a little shake of the head and dusts himself off, straightens his shirt. Probably should have warned you about that. These men of mine can be very protective if anyone gets close to me. Make them do silly things like, snap people's necks. He taps a finger to his lip in amusement. Hold on. I open my mouth to say something, but all that comes out is an awful wrenching noise. It's the strangest feeling. There should be pain, but I don't feel anything, just tightness. Everything is tight, shaking, warped. Like a vice is clamping down on my throat and slowly squeezing my head off my body. Orlam walks around to my side, taking me from the rabbit and cradling my upper half as though mid-dipped on the dance floor. He drops to his knees. I simply stare at him, head cocked backwards and jape agape. The world is starting to warp and spin. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. He brushes my bangs out of my eyes. Then the corners of his mouth curl upwards and he bites down on his lip in a growing glee. I'll make sure you're giving the finest care by our chef. A laugh. He leans his head down right next to my ear now, even as everything begins to fade. After all, I've always wanted to know how you taste. My body gives a final shudder. And then dead. Then everything goes black. Game over. Last choice. Ooh, hello. Okay, he kind of eats. Oh. Ooh, this is new. Hello? Hello? What the hell? Like, damn, give me some room. See, this is what my friend has as her profile picture, Iggy, right here. Oh, I always forget to press H first. Just boop, boop, boop. love Orlum. Oh, it actually has a laugh. I don't think it did last time. I don't remember. I love how Ginzo isn't even in frame. Here, I can probably just... Oh, yeah. Okay, see? Okay. God, I love this. Just... Oh, it didn't show his little slapping. No! That was so funny! Me just saying Ginzo getting slapped was so funny. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna just finishing this arc, and then I'm gonna go might stream arc 2 later on. Oh my god, they're so cute. I love them. Yes. Sorry. Oh my god. I love them. Oh my goodness, I'm scared. Okay. Did I get a notification? Oh. Hello. I wonder who that could be. I'm not gonna say who. I mean, I feel like it should be obvious. But hello, Buxley. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I have to watch this through because I haven't seen it before. At least the remastered version. And I feel like the bruises look so much better. I feel like maybe more realistic. Because the first time it looked more like he tried to commit, and like how like the neck line would leave a bruise. If I knew what's that one audio with Dr. Doofenshmirtz and 2 dimes or 2 pennies or something? I was gonna make a reference to both Iggy and what is his name? What is his name? The guy from Purple. Not Tate. Randall! Yes, Randall. I was gonna say, because both Randall and Iggy both have bruises around their neck now. But this is, like, a lot better. Honestly, like, wow. Okay, we're gonna get all pictures real quick, and then, yeah. Because I consider that finishing the arc, getting, like, all of the gallery pictures. I still think that face is so funny. Hello, Iggy. I wish I never existed. Which is in reality a really sad thing to say. Also, I don't know when I'll be playing Minecraft because Rowan, who I usually play Minecraft with, broke their phone screen. And, they're supposed to get it fixed like a couple of days ago, but I haven't heard from them, so I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, they were supposedly getting their phone fixed Thursday, and now it's Saturday. So 2 days ago. I'm maybe sometimes stalking them on Live 360 to see where they are. See if they've been anywhere where a phone fixing place might be. Okay, so their phone is off right now, so it might be getting fixed right now. I don't know. Or it's dead. Either one. And the only reason I know it's supposed to be getting fixed Thursday is because I found them online playing freaking we have to watch all this. Dress to Impress. I'm not even that big of a fan of Dress to Impress, but honestly, I don't know if it's just, I mean, I haven't ever really been, but like it's kind of fun. Kind of fun. What? I'm trying to say it's kind of fun, but I don't know if it's just because I'm playing with them or if it's just like a fun game in general. Because I've never really been interested in it before, you know? Yeah, the credits take a long time, guys. There we go. My signal to be able to save. And now I'm going to load you. Okay, we're gonna fight back. Okay, so that seems to be about the same. Okay. I believe this should be most of our, okay, yeah. I just have to go back here. If I load this. Well, the bridge. No, never mind, I already got that. Main menu. We're gonna have to skip again a lot, but... Oh wait, control! Oh my god! So much easier now, guys. Ask about the baby. Ginzo. Okay. We'll go left then. Ginzo blinks. Wait, that's the direction they just went. He points to the left, then the right, then crosses his fingers with a bemused brows, or raise of his brow. I scratched at the back of my neck. I mean, you know, to always keep them in our sight. Besides, there might be more of these battalions. Don't you think it would be better to go in the same direction of their patrol? Ginzo opens his mouth, closes it. I mean, sure, I suppose. Then it's settled. Yeah, sure. But his face betrays his verbal agreement. We start off to the left, pursuing the road we'd seen the battalion disappear down earlier. The landscape is open at first, giving view to loping hills and far-off flower fields. But soon the trees thicker and the path winds first left, then right. The surrounding scenery disappears from sight. It's darker now. The leaves form a reddish-pink wall around us. It's quiet, too. No breeze, no insects, no birds. Everything is weirdly still. Are you starting to feel really weird, or is it just me? Ginzo hisses. I didn't even finish reading that. His voice no more than a whisper. Something does feel a bit off, I reply as I glance around. It's then that I see it, just up ahead. The battalion has stopped in the middle of the path. Ginzo quickly yanks the back of my shirt, pulling me off into the trees with a hissed curse. Whether it was fast enough or not, yet is to be determined. Then I see the ears of the lead rabbit twitch left then right. He turns around with a shuddered jerk, looks from rabbit to rabbit. His entire head twitches. There's someone here. His eyes dilate, then undilate. He blinks and twists his nose. I can smell them. Someone, sir? The left rabbit of the frontmost pair asks hesitantly. Yes! The lead rabbit wrenches his gaze towards the underlying spittle, sending spittle and snot flying across the battalion. You question my olfactory perception? No, sir. Of course not, sir. The lead rabbit sulks forward as the other rabbits start out of the way. Drool drips from the gooey rattle of fur beneath his chin. At first his route seems meandering, but a bit to the left, a bit to the right. The other rabbits jumping back each time he changes direction. Soon, however, his destination seems all too clear. He's coming towards us. Ginzo, I whisper, with a shuddered breath. Ginzo's grip on my shirt tightens. Come on. He tugs me back further into the trees and towards a patch of brush. What we don't anticipate, however, is a sudden slope of the earth. Ginzo goes first, his feet sliding out from beneath him, and before he even has a chance to think about letting go of me, he takes me with him. We go tumbling down the leaves and twigs in a flurry of snips and snaps. Ginzo's back slams into the trunk of a white oak, and I follow, getting the breath stolen from me as my diaphragm collides with his chest. My head reels. My chin, something hit my chin. My knee? I can taste blood in my mouth. I bring a hand to my forehead with a groan. Then finally wrench my eyes open, only to see Ginzo looking at me in sheer terror. Not at me, past me. I turn around. Hello? See the lead rabbit mere inches from my head. Girl, that don't look like inches. He looks like he is up in your face. My heart leaps out of my chest and I scramble back against Ginzo in an effort to put distance between myself and those yellow eyes. Found you. This rabbit smiles through his crooked teeth. I don't register what happens after that. 1 second, his breath is coming hot on my face and neck, and the next, kebab! There's a hole in my stomach. I cough, sputter, blink in disbelief. The spear is through me. Another cough. This time blood bubbles up between my lips, forming a shuddering balloon that sputters inky redness across my cheeks and nose when it pops. Ginzo, I croak. But Ginzo's silent behind me. There's a strange warmth swirling around me, swirling up through me. Blood pumps out from the puckered skin of my stomach across the handle of the spear, coating my fingers, spilling onto the ground. My vision warps. Through the darkening cloud, I see the rabbit reach down, yellowed eyes like headlights of a car in the fog. He grabs my face, my cheeks, claws curling into my skin. We'll be eating well tonight. Then everything goes black. Woohoo! I mean, not really woohoo. I mean, we died, but... So that should be everything. Oh, whoopsie. Everything here. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. If I see any comments before I decide to stream again, telling me whether I should play the remastered or the old version, which I played, I guess I'll listen. I don't know. So, yeah. That's about it. Bye-bye, guys.